Dear my friend, have you ever been in a relationship and felt like something just wasn't right? Like no matter how hard you tried, things just didn't seem to be working out the way you wanted? Well, sometimes it might be because God had a different plan for you. Sometimes He will use various ways to let you know that you're making the wrong choice, even if you don't listen. So, if you've ever found yourself questioning whether your relationship was meant to be, keep watching till the end to find out. But before that, please feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. Without further ado, let's get started. In the journey of life, we often find ourselves entangled in relationships, searching for love and companionship. We yearn for that special someone to walk beside us, to share our joys and sorrows. However, there are times when God, in His infinite wisdom, decides that a particular path is not meant for us, and He doesn't want us to be with someone we desire. The scriptures teach us that, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Jeremiah 29:11. Sometimes, God sees what we cannot see, and knows what is best for us, even when we are deeply attached to someone. When God doesn't want you with someone, certain signs begin to manifest in your life. You may experience a sense of unrest, inner turmoil, or even conflicts within the relationship. It's important to remember the words of Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Additionally, God might open new doors for you when He closes one. As it says in Isaiah 43:18-19, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness, and streams in the wasteland." Here are 7 ways God may use to convey that a relationship may not be in His plan. 1. Lack of inner peace. If you experience a constant sense of unease or discomfort in a relationship, it could be a sign that God isn't leading you in that direction. God often confirms His plans with inner peace. Both you and your partner should feel a sense of calmness in your spirits if it's in alignment with His will. Persistent restlessness may indicate that it's time to reevaluate your path. In Philippians 4:6-7, Paul writes, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This inner peace is a sign of God's approval. Inner peace can be seen as a divine barometer, a reflection of our spiritual alignment with God's will. When we are in a relationship that is in harmony with God's plan, we often experience a deep sense of inner peace. This tranquility is a testament to the fact that our choices and actions are in line with His intentions for our lives. In moments of inner turmoil and uncertainty, we should turn to prayer and meditation to seek God's guidance. Engaging in open, honest conversations with Him can illuminate His intentions for our love life. Reading His Word and finding solace in his teachings can provide clarity. 2. Resistance. Resistance in a relationship can often be interpreted as a message from God, signaling his disapproval or a need for redirection. This resistance takes various forms, including unexpected changes, disruptions, or delays. Instead of stubbornly pushing through these obstacles, it is crucial to discern whether God is subtly guiding you in a different direction. God's message through resistance is a reminder that He is in control and has a divine plan for your life. When you encounter resistance in a relationship, it can be a sign that the path you're on may not align with His intentions. It's a moment to pause and reflect on whether your relationship is in harmony with God's will. Resistance can serve as a protective mechanism, preventing you from moving forward in a relationship that may not be beneficial or suitable for your spiritual growth. It may be an indication that God has a different plan or a better match in mind for you. By acknowledging and heeding this resistance, you can avoid potential heartache and stay on a path that aligns with God's purpose for your life. Furthermore, resistance can be a call to seek God's guidance and wisdom more fervently. It prompts you to turn to prayer, seeking clarity and discernment about the relationship in question. When you face resistance, take the time to listen to God's voice, as He may be trying to communicate His will to you through the challenges and obstacles that arise. 3. Red flags. In the intricate dance of love and relationships, God's guidance is often sought after to ensure that we are making choices aligned with His divine plan. However, there are times when clear warning signs, like disrespect, abuse, or unhealthy behaviors, emerge as red flags, indicating that God may not be guiding us towards a particular person. In such moments, it becomes crucial to discern God's message and trust in His wisdom. The presence of red flags in a relationship can be a powerful message from God. These signs serve as cautionary markers, reminding us to tread carefully and consider whether this relationship is in accordance with His will. Disrespect, for instance, is a glaring red flag that suggests a lack of regard for the God-given worth and dignity of each individual. It reminds us that God's intention for relationships is built upon a foundation of mutual respect and honor. Abuse, whether emotional, verbal, or physical, is another unmistakable red flag that should never be ignored. It is a painful distortion of God's design for love and care within relationships. God does not condone any form of harm or cruelty towards one another. Instead, His message emphasizes the importance of love, compassion, and empathy. Unhealthy behaviors within a relationship are also red flags that should give us pause for reflection. These behaviors can encompass a range of issues, from addiction to manipulation to controlling tendencies. When we encounter such behaviors, it is essential to recognize that we cannot change someone who is unwilling to change themselves. This is a moment where we must trust in God's guidance and remember that our safety and well-being are paramount. In Ephesians 5:25, God's message to us reminds husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church. This message emphasizes the sacrificial and selfless love that should exist within a marriage, rooted in love, respect, and care. It is a reminder that God desires healthy, loving, and mutually supportive relationships for His children. In conclusion, red flags in relationships are not merely warning signs. They are messages from God guiding us towards His divine plan. These signs prompt us to pause, evaluate, and seek His wisdom. It is through these red flags that God communicates His desire for us to have relationships that reflect His love and grace, characterized by respect, care, and compassion. Trusting in His guidance during these moments is paramount, as we strive to align our choices with His will. 4. Loss of identity. A relationship that leads to a loss of your true self is likely not from God. Healthy relationships should bring out the best in you and align with your mission and purpose. If you find yourself becoming someone you're not, it may be a sign to reconsider. One common pitfall in love is the tendency to lose oneself in the other person. This can manifest as prioritizing their needs and desires above our own, neglecting our passions and dreams, or even adopting their beliefs and values at the expense of our own convictions. While compromise and sacrifice are essential in any healthy relationship, God's message reminds us that we should not surrender our entire identity in the process. God encourages us to love one another while remaining grounded in our faith, values, and personal growth. In doing so, we honor the unique way in which He created us. He reminds us that we can be a loving partner, a devoted friend, or a caring family member without sacrificing the essence of who we are. 5. Lack of the fear of God. In matters of relationships and partnerships, the absence of a fundamental fear of God in a partner can be a matter of deep concern. This fear, often misunderstood, is not about being terrified of a vengeful deity, but rather about possessing a profound respect, reverence, and honor for the divine. It serves as the bedrock upon which healthy and harmonious relationships are built. The fear of God goes beyond religious rituals or dogmas. It reflects a person's moral and ethical compass. When an individual carries this reverence for the divine into a relationship, it fosters qualities like humility, empathy, compassion, and a commitment to doing what is right in the eyes of God. These attributes form a solid foundation for a loving and lasting partnership. Conversely, when this fear is absent, there's a risk of chaos and instability within the relationship. Without the guiding principles of respect for a higher power, individuals may prioritize their own desires and ego above all else. Selfishness, deceit, and disregard for the well-being of the partner can easily creep in. When couples lack a shared moral foundation, conflicts and misunderstandings become more frequent and challenging to resolve. Moreover, the fear of God often leads individuals to practice forgiveness, patience, and understanding. They recognize their own imperfections and extend the same grace to their partners. This attitude promotes a culture of forgiveness and growth within the relationship. In essence, God's message regarding the fear of Him is clear. It is a cornerstone of a healthy, loving, and enduring partnership. When partners share this profound respect for the divine, they create a bond based on shared values, moral principles, and a commitment to mutual growth. Without it, relationships may struggle to find solid ground and may ultimately crumble under the weight of self-centeredness and discord. Therefore, recognizing the importance of the fear of God in a partner is crucial for building a strong and thriving relationship in accordance with God's message of love, compassion, and harmony. 6. Lack of compatibility. In the realm of relationships, the concept of compatibility holds significant importance, reflecting the divine wisdom of God's design for human connections. When we examine the idea of lack of compatibility within the context of God's message, we can glean valuable insights into how this aspect can influence our lives. God's desire for His children is to form relationships that are harmonious and aligned with His divine plan. Central to this harmony is compatibility in beliefs, values, and visions for the future. When two individuals are not compatible in these fundamental aspects, it can be a sign that the relationship may not be in accordance with God's will. God encourages us to be equally yoked with those who share our faith and spiritual beliefs. When our beliefs differ significantly from our partners, it can create spiritual disharmony within the relationship. Such discrepancies can lead to confusion and challenges in maintaining a close relationship with God. Therefore, God's message emphasizes the importance of seeking a partner whose faith aligns with ours to ensure spiritual unity and growth. Our values guide our moral compass and shape our decisions. When there is a lack of compatibility in values between partners, it can lead to disagreements and conflicts. God calls us to uphold values rooted in love, kindness, compassion, and righteousness. A relationship that does not align with these core values may not be part of God's plan. In essence, the lack of compatibility in beliefs, values, for the future is a sign that warrants caution. It suggests that the relationship may not be in harmony with God's divine order. Recognizing these disparities allows us to pause, seek God's guidance through prayer and reflection, and evaluate whether the relationship aligns with His plan for our lives. 7. Dreams and visions. Sometimes, God may use dreams or visions to warn you about the potential harm of a relationship. While God offers guidance, He respects your free will and allows you to make your own choices. In some instances, God may use dreams or visions to send warnings or premonitions about a particular relationship. These dreams can be vivid and emotionally charged, serving as a wake-up call to pay attention to red flags or harmful patterns in the relationship. God wants us to be aware of potential harm and make wise decisions. On the flip side, dreams and visions can also serve as confirmation of God's will for a relationship. If you've been seeking guidance about a specific relationship and receive a dream or vision that fills you with peace and assurance, it may be God affirming that the relationship aligns with His plan for your life. Relationships can be complex, and sometimes we may struggle to see the bigger picture. God may grant clarity through dreams and visions, helping us understand the underlying dynamics or motives of a relationship. This clarity empowers us to make informed decisions that honor Him. God's messages in dreams and visions are not always about warnings or decisions. Sometimes, they serve as sources of encouragement and comfort during challenging times in a relationship. These experiences remind us of God's presence and His desire for our well-being, Dreams and visions often occur at pivotal moments in our lives, offering timely guidance when we need it most. They can provide answers to questions we've been wrestling with or shed light on aspects of a relationship that were previously unclear. However, it's crucial to approach dreams and visions with discernment. Not every dream is a divine message, and our subconscious minds can influence our dreams as well. Seek confirmation and validation through prayer, reflection, and consultation with trusted spiritual advisors when interpreting these experiences. God's message through dreams and visions in relationships can play a significant role in our decision-making process. While He uses these means to guide and protect us, He also respects our free will. Ultimately, it is our responsibility to discern the message, seek His will, and make choices that align with His plan for our lives. During these times, it's essential to seek guidance through prayer and meditation on His Word. Turn to your faith community for support and understanding. Remember that discerning God's will can be a personal and introspective journey. It's essential to be patient, seek counsel from trusted spiritual mentors, and listen to your inner convictions. While it can be difficult to let go of a relationship that may not be in God's plan, trusting His wisdom and following His guidance can ultimately lead you to a more fulfilling and purposeful path in life. In conclusion, thank you for watching. And if you find our content valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel.